Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the regulation of gene expression in case of prokaryotes and how the genes are expressed in case of prokaryotes. See what is there in case of prokaryotes. In the prior classes also we have discussed that the prokaryotes, they produce mostly the polycystonic mRNAs, and these polycystonic mRNAs are produced by many more cystrons which are regulated and operated at the same time. So operands are found in case of prokaryotes. And what are the operands, how these operands are expressed, how the genes present in the operand they are regulated, all these things we'll discuss today in details. See what is there. Jacob and Monod, they found that as in case of eukaryotes, prokaryotes also constitute the constitutive and non-constitutive genes. Constitutive means these are the housekeeping genes which express throughout the time, means they express continuously, they don't take rest. But non-constitutive genes are the luxurious genes which are expressed during the need of the cell only. Okay, and these luxurious genes are also found in case of prokaryotes, they have found. Okay, so how these gene expression occurs in case of prokaryotes, what are the operands, what are the types of operands, and how these operands are regulated, all these things we'll discuss. Okay, see here operand concept, that is we'll discuss here about the lac operand. Lac operand is nothing but the lactose metabolism operand in case of prokaryotes. So regulation of gene expression in prokaryotes, here it is. Jacob and Monod in 1961, they found that in case of prokaryotes operand systems exist. What are operands? Operands operands are not found in case of eukaryotes. In case of eukaryotes, only the protein coding genes or cystrons are found, and a single gene which produces a single protein, it is called cystron, and monocistronic mRNAs are produced after transcription. But in case of prokaryotes, what happens, the many more genes, they are regulated by a single regulator and operated by a single operator, and they are transferred by a single promoter with help of RNA polymerase. So these genes, they constitute an operand. Operand means these are more than one genes, these are more than one cystrons which are operated at the same time. Either they are switched on or switched off depending upon the need of the cell. Okay, so see what is there. According to Jacob and Monod's experiments, they found that in case of prokaryotes, two different types of operands are also there. What are the two different types of operands? Inducible and repressible. Inducible operands means they are induced by the presence of certain things, certain substitutes, so that they are expressed. And repressible operands means they are repressed by the presence of the catalytic product. If the product is more inside the cell, then automatically the cystrons which are present, which are regulated by the operator or operand, they are switched off. Okay, so all these things in a details we'll discuss. So lac operand, here we'll discuss, it is one type of inducible operand. Inducible operand means in presence of inducer only. What is an inducer? Inducer is a substance which induces the operand so that it can transcribe, then translate to produce the corresponding proteins which are converted into enzymes. Okay, so what is there? In case of lac operand, what is there? Lactose is the inducer. Lactose is the inducer. Do you know about lactose? What is actually the lactose? Lactose is a disaccharide which is made up of what? It is made up of galactose and glucose. Galactose and glucose both are epimers with respect to carbon number 4. All these things we have discussed in the 11th class. Okay, so galactose and glucose, these are epimers with respect to carbon number 4, and lactose is a disaccharide which is made up of both galactose and glucose. Galactose is the first monomeric unit, and galactose is linked to glucose by beta-1,4 galactoside linkage. Okay, means it is linked. Okay, galactose and glucose, these are linked by beta-1,4 glycosidic linkages. So what is there? In presence of lactose or inducer only, this operand which is having three genes are there in lac operand, Z, Y and A. Three structural genes are there. Okay, and these three structural genes, they are either switched on or switched off depending upon the presence or absence of lactose inside the prokaryotic cell or bacterial cell. Okay, so what is there? See, I have also discussed all these things priorly. What is there? In case of eukaryotes, a single gene, it is having a single regulator, single operator and a single promoter. But in case of operands of prokaryotes, more than one genes, they are regulated by a single operator, single regulator and single promoter transcribes them, means allows the RNA polymerase to transcribe all the structural genes at a time. Okay, so what is there? See here, P is the promoter of the I. I is the regulator gene. I is the regulator gene. This is the lac operon. This is the total is lac operon. It is having what? I. Then I is the what? I is the repressor or regulator gene. Why it is written as I? Because of inhibitor. Here it produces repressor mRNA, repressor protein. So it acts as inhibitor. So it is indicated as I, but actually it is the regulatory gene or the repressor gene. So this repressor gene is a constitutive gene. It is a housekeeping gene. Continuously it will produce its mRNA and continuously the mRNA will translate into repressor protein. Continuously it is synthesizing the repressor protein. Okay, so it is having its own promoter. This promoter is of I gene or the repressor gene or the regulator gene. Then this is the promoter of the structural genes Z, Y and A, and this is the operator. Okay, so this is the regulator gene, promoter and operator of these structural genes Z, Y, A, which constitute the lac operon. These are the structural genes of lac operon. Okay, so what happens in absence of inducer lactose? What happens when lactose is not present inside the bacterial cell? Then the need of lac operon, it is not needed. Means lac operon, it doesn't need the enzymes to digest the lactose. Okay, so automatically the lac operon remains switched off. How it occurs? How the bacteria, it knows the presence or absence of lactose inside the cell. When lactose is present inside the cell, as lactose is the inducer for this operon, so when lactose is present inside the cell, so this lac operon, it will be switched on and all the genes, they will transcribe the polycistronic mRNA, that is the lac mRNA, and 3 different types of enzymes will be produced to metabolize the lactose. But what is there? In absence of inducer lactose, first case we will discuss about. In absence of inducer lactose, what happens? How the genes, they remain switched off. What happens? See, the repressor mRNA, it is produced from the I or repressor gene or the regulator gene. Then the repressor mRNA produces the repressor protein, which binds to the operator zone. It binds to the operator zone so that RNA polymerase, which is loaded on the promoter, it can't move, and automatically the structural genes, they remain switched off. There will be no transcription of the polycistronic lac mRNA and there will be no translation. So automatically these structural genes, they will remain switched off in absence of the lactose. Okay, but in the second case, what happens? Whenever lactose is present inside the cell, bacterial cell, then automatically what happens? As I have told you, repressor mRNA and repressor protein, they are continuously produced. Okay, here also this is the repressor gene or the inhibitor gene here or the regulator gene. It produces the repressor mRNA by the promoter as usual. It is continuously working as it is the housekeeping I have told you. So this repressor mRNA is produced, then repressor protein is produced. But this is the second case where inducer lactose is also present. Means lactose is present inside the cell. So this inducer, it binds with the repressor protein and makes an inducer repressor complex. This inducer repressor complex is also known as inactivate repressor because this presence of inducer lactose, it inactivates the repressor protein so that it cannot bind in the operator zone, and the operator zone is now empty because the repressor protein, it is inactivated by the presence of lactose. Okay, so this repressor protein will not bind on the operator zone and automatically the RNA polymerase will load on the promoter and will move towards the structural genes, and the structural genes, they will transcribe the polycistronic lac mRNA here. Then this lac mRNA, as it is transcribed from 3 different types of cistrons, so it also codes 3 different types of enzymes. Z gene, it codes for beta galactosidase. Beta galactosidase is the enzyme which helps in digestion of lactose. As I have just discussed, lactose is a disaccharide made up of what? Galactose and glucose, and they are linked by beta-1,4 glycosidic linkages. So beta galactosidase is the enzyme which breaks the bond beta-1,4 glycosidic linkage and helps in digestion of lactose inside the bacterial cell. And the Y gene, it secretes the enzyme permease. It codes for the enzyme permease. Permease means it is the lactose permease. This gene, it helps the permeation of the lactose into the cell through the membranes. Okay, permease. And the third A gene, it transcribes the mRNA and it codes for the enzyme transacetylase. Transacetylase is the enzyme. Okay, so these three enzymes are produced from the LAC mRNA. After translation, three different types of enzymes are produced, and in presence of lactose only, the LAC mRNA is produced. LAC mRNA, it translates the three enzymes, and these three enzymes, they combiningly help in the metabolism of lactose inside the bacterial cell. Okay, so in presence of lactose only, this LAC mRNA, it is produced, means transcription occurs, and then translation of three enzymes occurs, so that lactose will be metabolized by the bacteria. Okay, so this is all about the LAC operand, which is also known as an inducible operand in case of prokaryotes. Inducible means in presence of inducer lactose, the operand works only. But what about the repressible operand? Repressible operand means, repressible operands are those operands. I will give one example, that is the tryptophan operand of bacteria. In E. coli, tryptophan operand is there, 5 structural genes are there, and they are responsible for the synthesis of tryptophan enzyme. This tryptophan is enzyme, tryptophan and amino acid. Tryptophan, when the tryptophan amino acid, it is more inside the cell, beyond the need of the cell, then automatically tryptophan, it acts as an effector, so that it will switch off the structural genes. So means unless the amount of tryptophan is beyond the need inside the cell, up to that the structural genes will transcribe the mRNA and the enzymes will be produced. Okay, so this is about the repressible operand system. So in case of prokaryotes, the operands are regulated by inducers or the effectors. And the operands, operands are having more than one structural genes, and they are operated by a single operator, and either they are switched on or switched off depending upon the need of the cell, and these are having the luxurious genes. Luxurious genes means the non-constitutive genes which are not expressed all the time. Needing means it depends upon the need of the cell, where and when they have to produce their product. Okay, so this is all about the gene expression in case of prokaryotes. Briefly we have discussed about the LAC operand, how it is switched on and switched off depending upon the presence or absence of lactose, that is the inducer. Okay, all these things. And next class we will discuss about the repressible operand system, that is by having the example of tryptophan operand system. Okay, and before closing my class, I will have to tell you that in case of eukaryotes also, constitutive and non-constitutive genes are there. Constitutive genes are the housekeeping genes. So supposed to be, we can give the example of any of the cellular digestion or cellular respiration genes, which are supposed to be, it is about the glycolysis. The genes means the enzymes which are needed for glycolysis. Glycolysis is for the breakdown of glucose, and glucose breakdown, it is continuously needed inside the cells. So the enzymes which are needed for glycolysis, they are coded by the constitutive or the housekeeping genes. But inside our body also, in case of eukaryotes also, non-constitutive or luxurious genes are present, which are only transcribed. They means they are transcribed and they are producing their corresponding proteins or enzymes depending upon the need of the cell. Okay, so all these are about the gene expression in case of prokaryotes and eukaryotes in a brief. Okay, thank you for watching my class, and subscribe my channel for upcoming videos.